What makes a show or a series suitable for an advanced or an intermediate learner? Let's have a look at some features. So, such shows feature language that is witty with clever lines, has irony and sarcasm, features wordplay such as puns, double entendres, and oxymorons, includes satire, uses metaphorical and idiomatic language, including similes, uses euphemisms, includes phrasal verbs, and features allusions. I've explained all these in my pinned comment. Based on these, I have 10 suggestions for you. Let's begin. At number 1, if you're into crime thrillers involving detective work, Amazon Prime has BBC's production Sherlock for you. Brilliant script and screenplay. Features of the show are posh Queen's English, upper class RP British accent, intellectual banter, witty and sharp remarks, clever wordplay and allusions. The show and the cast are together winners of 9 Emmy Awards. Then another one on Amazon Prime and Netflix is House MD, the story of a brilliant yet eccentric and bitter doctor. The features of the show are sarcasm, irony, and advanced medical terminology, incorporating complex language in the main character's interaction. Then you have Schitt's Creek on Netflix, a brilliant Canadian modern comedy. It's a story of a rich family from New York that goes bankrupt and has to move to a small town called Schitt's Creek. If you like rhetoric, you're going to love Moira Rose's skillfully crafted, grand, high-flown dialogue. Features are witty dialogue, sarcasm and irony, contrast between the language of working and wealthy classes, and deadpan delivery, making you laugh with a straight face. Then at number 4, we've got Rick and Morty, an animated adult swim comedy on Netflix with a mature theme suitable only for grown-ups. Grandfather and grandson Rick and Morty set out on crazy sci-fi adventures. The features of the show are rapid-fire dialogue, complex vocabulary, dark humor and satire, along with casual and colloquial speech. You will find the main character Rick exhibiting a range of vocabulary with ease, from intellectual and academic to colloquial and breezy to even street and hip-hop. Then we have The Crown. The series on Netflix is about the British royal family and uses formal, sophisticated English with rich vocabulary and historical references, useful for folks looking to enhance or enrich their academic English more than modern day-to-day English. This is edutainment at its best. Not only do you acquire pure language, but sizable knowledge about history as well. Then at number 6, the show I grew up watching, Friends. While it's casual and conversational, the idiomatic expressions and phrasal verbs make it great for everyday language. It's great for intermediate learners per se because it avoids complex vocabulary and instead exhibits friendly interactions in a very free-flowing manner. The show indulges into sarcasm often, is witty, and most importantly, teaches emotional expressiveness as the characters often open their hearts to each other in the show. At number 7, we've got Black Mirror, which is a British anthology series that explores the dark and often dystopian consequences of modern and future technology. Each episode is a standalone story, typically set in a near future or alternate reality where advanced technology interacts with human nature in unsettling ways. The show examines how technology can amplify the worst aspects of society like surveillance, social media obsession, and artificial intelligence, often leading to disturbing, thought-provoking outcomes. The language is rich with a mix of conversational English to tech jargon to philosophical and reflective dialogue. There's dark humor and satire, variety of accents and registers, the use of symbolism and metaphor, irony and foreshadowing. Then at number 8, we've got Gilmore Girls, a wonderful dramedy that you mustn't miss on Netflix. It's a story about the bond between a mother and a daughter, Lorelai and Rory, who go through life's highs and lows together. The show features witty and clever, fast-paced dialogue, intellectual vocabulary, especially through the mouth of one of the main characters, Rory, along with tons of sophisticated and clever wordplay. Then at number 9, you've got Vampire Diaries. If you're into vampire fantasy, this is a wonderful pick for intermediate learners. The show may be a fantasy, but make no mistake, it's a treasure trove of lingual learning, especially from the mouth of one of the main characters, that's Damon Salvatore, whose sarcastic zingers were one of the reasons that made the show big. Apart from that, the language is replete with the liberal use of metaphor and idiomatic usages. Often romantic, much of the dialogue centers around intense and often poetic expressions of love, loss, and longing, particularly between the main characters. Finally, at number 10, we have Frasier. This is an absolute gem from the 90s. I grew up watching this. It is an outstandingly written sitcom about a psychiatrist, Frasier Crane, his psychiatrist brother, Niles Crane, and their father, Marty Crane. The brothers are posh Ivy League educated doctors, while their father is a complete people's person, ex-cop. The comedy practically writes itself. Unfortunately, this show is not available on any platform in India as yet, but you can get it through Telegram. I don't mean to encourage piracy, but the show ran very successfully from 1993 to 2004, winning Golden Globes, Emmys, and other awards, so it's had its fair run.